Welcome back to Granbury TV, everybody. I'm here with Judge Cockerham. How are you doing?
Doing well. How about yourself?
I'm doing pretty good. It's been a little while.
Yeah, it has. I think the last time we were supposed to meet, it was like Thanksgiving or something.
Oh, yeah.
So we got knocked out of that, and then here we are, and I decided I know this is a Monday. We normally do it on Thursday, so but we're here.
Yeah. So since we haven't seen you in a while, how was your Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving was good. We had family over and then watched a few football games, and so everything was good.
Sweet. That's good. So this past weekend was the candlelight tour of homes?
Candlelight tour, and the courthouse was on it, and a lot of people went through it, and we had a lot of positive comments.
Yeah.
And so you know, I tell everybody, I said, if you like it, great, but if there's anything you don't like, it's probably something that the state made us do.
Right.
You know, and they go, oh yeah, true politician. Well, it's not necessarily that. Like, we wanted to put in thermal windows, and the state said, well, they didn't have thermal windows in 1891, so you can't do that. So for the next 100 years or whatever, we're going to have to, you know, have an energy drain out of our windows.
Yeah.
So anyway, but it's really good. It's open now. Danny Tuggle's in there, along with we're moving in probably sometime this month. Our furniture's already there, and all we have to do is get the technology hooked up, the phones and the computer lines and all of that, and then we will be there.
Awesome. I know I was driving past the courthouse the other day at night, or I say at night, it was only like 5 o'clock, but I mean, it was dark, and I could see, because all the lights were on inside, and you could see the big Christmas tree up on the second floor, and it looked really pretty, and it looked really nice from
Right. Well, there's
outside.
three
Oh,
trees.
yeah?
There's one in the main lobby when you go in, and then there's two up in the courtroom, one on each side of the bench. So yeah, there's three. But if you haven't been, you need to go over and take a look at it. And there's a lot of people that ask over the weekend, said, since candlelight's over, when can I see it? I said, well, it's open. You can come in anytime. So we invite you to come down. We'd love to have you.
Awesome. And then I totally forgot what I was going to ask you.
Well,
I
I thought we were going to talk a little bit about the elections coming up. You know, I know that everybody's going to get sick of this before it, you know, it's over with. But we have, of course, presidential elections are going on right now. They're, you know, we're trying to ferret out who's going to be running on a Republican ticket. I guess the Democrats are pretty well set. But the reason that I think elections are important here is because we are being redistricted. And by that is, we were in Jim Keffer's Texas House district.
Correct.
And I think that now we're going to be moved into Phil King, who is with Parker County. So it'll be Parker and Hood County, and we will lose Jim Keffer, which I hate to do. And of course, I know Phil's a good guy, but I hate to lose Jim Keffer as a representative. And of course, I think Senator Birdwell is running again, and he will remain in District 22, and he will be our state senator, and we're really glad to have him as be our state senator. The other big change, I think, is we're losing Bill Flores as our United States representative, and the way it's looking now, we're going to pick up Mike Conaway, who is out of Midland, Texas, and we're the easternmost county in that district, and it runs all the way out to the New Mexico line. It is huge.
Wow.
Land-wise, it's huge. You know, I've always thought that those guys that ran in like Dallas and Fort Worth and everything, even though the people, you know, numbers are the same, roughly 600,000. Mike Conaway has got to run all the way from here, all the way over to New Mexico. I mean, you know, there's just no telling how many cities he has to go to, and they're hundreds of miles apart. So it's really hard. It'd be nice if it was like I said, in Dallas, where you have 600, or Fort Worth, where you have 600,000 people, and you could drive 10 blocks and, you know, either direction and see everybody. So
definitely.
But we have a lot of local races coming up. We have JP1 is brand new. We had to when we went over 50,000 population, we had to add another JP. We had to had to add another constable. So those will be brand new positions that no one's ever filled before.
Awesome.
And we've got a couple of candidates running for those, and we have let's see, also JP3 is up. County attorney is Kelton Connors, decided not to run. We have 2 candidates for that, and JP4 is up. Danny Tuggle's running for that, and so, you know, we just have a lot going on here. It's really important to the county too. A lot of good elections coming up. It's really important that we elect good people, you know, solid people that can work with everybody in the county.
Awesome. It's going to be as you said, people are going to be sick of elections by the time they're done,
I know.
It'll be good, I think. Change is always good.
Well, and one of the problems is that because of this redistricting, and that the House, the Texas House, they drew all these lines, and so but then there's some people that say, wait a minute, we don't like, because we picked up I think 3 or 4 new congressmen this year, because we have so many people moving into Texas, because, you know, it's such a great place to live and, you know, be, and they're moving in from, I think, 200 a week or something like that from California.
Wow.
And then 1,000 a week from, you know, other places. But so we're really growing. A lot of these other states are losing population, losing representatives. So we're going to pick up like 3 or 4, and I can't remember exactly how many, but there are lawsuits now filed by some people saying that there wasn't enough minority representation in these new districts, and so they filed those in courts, and the courts have kind of put off who they're going to you know, the lines,
right,
and consequently that's going to be bad, because what it will cause is that, you know, we have a March election, right? So now if the lines are going to change, it may, well, I can't run in this district, I need to run in this district, and it's, you know, it's complicating the issue. Definitely.
Well, hopefully they get that squared away soon.
I hope so.
Yeah. And then you guys do have 2 meetings still this month, correct?
We do have 2 meetings, and the way that I think they're both at night this time, but we do have 2 meetings, and just because Christmas, we're not stopping county work. You know, the sheriff's department, he's by the way, sheriff is running for re-election also.
Awesome.
Roger Deeds, and he says sheriff department's always open, 24/7, no matter what, ice, snow, rain. You know, he said he's always open. So, you know, the county will be open for business even though it's Christmas.
Awesome. And so your first meeting is going to be on the 13th at 7,
right.
And then the next one will be on the 20th, correct? I think that's right.
I don't know. I know the 13th is right, but I'll have to look at my calendar to know which one is what. So,
okay.
But yeah, we're having 2 meetings.
Awesome.
We also have courthouse meetings. As a matter of fact, we have one tomorrow, courthouse restoration meeting, and you know, we're still making decisions on that. When we moved in, there were some things that we go, oh, well, you know, we need a new table here, or we need a new desk here, we need a new computer over here, this won't work, and you know, because we hadn't planned on it. And it's just little things. It's kind of like a punch list, you know, when you're finishing up a house, and you know, this wall here needs some touch up and work. But anyway, those are the things that we're going through right now. The major stuff is done, and you know, it's up and running, and we're in it, so everything's good.
Awesome. So it's only like minor things that you guys are going through right now.
Very minor things indeed. Yeah.
That's good. So when do you have a projected time frame that you think everything will be completely done and you won't have to go through any more minor things?
I think by the end of the year.
Yeah.
And that, you know, that most of it will be done. Probably 99.9% of it will be done by the end of the year.
That'll be good.
And everybody that's going to be there will be there. That's Chad Jordan, who is the constable for Precinct 4, Danny Tuggle, who's the JP for Precinct 4, and my office will be moving down there. So
cool.
but like I said, our furniture's in. We're just waiting on technology to kind of catch up with the furniture.
Now, are they going to start having commissioner court meetings in the courthouse anytime soon?
Yes, and we don't know that exactly right now, but the courtroom is ready.
Yeah.
Last week they were hooking up all of the a company called Visual Innovations was out of Austin, was hooking up all of the speakers and balancing them so to make sure that everybody could hear in it.
Right.
And we have all the benches in now that we had some of the original benches, and we also had some of those benches had reproductions made, so you really you can hardly tell by looking at them which was the originals and which were the reproductions. So. But those are all in, bolted down to the floor. They had linoleum in there when it was built, and so the linoleum is back in and all set down and welded together and everything. So it's that room is ready to go, except for minor things on the technology.
Awesome, cool. Yeah. So do you have anything else for us today?
Well, I know that we're still moving ahead on the Crescent relief route, and there's some meetings coming up pretty quick on that up at Crescent School, some public hearings and things like that. TxDOT again is still moving ahead with the land acquisition and the environmental study. So yeah, everything is moving along on that. That'll be a really good thing for the people of Granbury that commute to Fort Worth every day.
Oh, yeah.
They won't have to stop at the red lights, won't get caught by trains and so forth.
Even for those of us who, like myself, like to go shopping every so often or every other weekend or whenever. And it's frustrating to get stopped by that train sometimes, especially when maybe you're meeting somebody in Fort Worth or you have a deadline, you have to be there at a certain time, and you left in just the nick of time. It's happened to everybody. I know it has. But I think everybody will be super excited when it gets done.
Well, I've said this before, but there was a company that was wanting to relocate into the Granbury area.
Right.
And they were coming out of Fort Worth, and I think they flew into DFW, and they were driving over, and they got caught and probably stopped 15 minutes at the train, and we can't put up with this, you know. So it's hurting the economic development of the county.
Oh yeah.
And so yeah, we needed to do something about it. The county judge in Tarrant County would love to have 377 non-stop all the way to where it connects into 820, and he's talked to me about that before, and that would be a good thing. You know, you wouldn't have all those red lights in Benbrook to go through and things like that. It'd be a straight shot, yeah. And of course you could get off, but you wouldn't have the red lights.
Awesome. Well, we definitely look forward to hearing about the relief route and updates as it progresses onward. And we appreciate you coming in, and we look forward to you coming next time.
All right. I'll try to make it again in 2 weeks. And if not, maybe 2 weeks and 3 days or something.
Yeah.
Like that. But I'll be here.
Sounds good. Thanks.
All right. Oh, one other thing. You know, a lot of people, I know they keep asking, you know, who's running.
Right.
And I have let me go over that little list of who's running. For constable, I think Precinct 1, Delton Thrasher is running. Rob Christian is running for re-election for district attorney. Of course, Roger Deeds is running for re-election for sheriff. Mike Simpson is running for re-election for county commissioner, Precinct 1. He has an opponent, Gene Cockerham, and I don't know if anyone else is running in that race or not. I need to do some more research on that. Laurie Casper, who is works for the district attorney right now, is running for county attorney. Kelton Connor is retiring, and also Stuart Neal, who is the city attorney, is running for that position also. And in Constable Precinct 3, Bert Wilkerson is running. Mike Lang is running, and Randy Branham is the current Precinct 3 constable, and he's running. Danny Tuggle's running for Precinct 4. I don't know if he has an opponent or not. Now, as I said, Phil King in District 61 for the state probably will be our representative. Mike Conaway, Texas 11, will be running. And, of course, our almost native son, Brian Birdwell, District 22, is running for senator. So that's all I know about this running right now. But I'm sure we'll have a bigger list, and we can cover that on our next meeting.
Sounds good.
All right.
Well, we look forward to seeing you next time.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming.
Take care.